Welcome to this lesson about the most common types of errors in Python programming language. The first type of errors is the syntax error. You will get the syntax error in Python programming language when a certain statement is not in accordance. For example, the print function in this case to print hi. In this case, you will get the syntax error. You must put this string data type inside the parentheses of the print function, and if you try to run your program, you will get the syntax error, as you can see, missing parentheses in call to print. And to correct this error, just put this string data type called hi in between the parentheses of the print function, run your file again, and you will get hi, as you can see, without any error. The second type of errors we are going to talk about is the index error. You will get the index error when you try to access an item at an invalid index from a list, for example, or a tuple. For example, in this case, we are going to say new list. This is the name of our list, and type 1, 2, 3. This is a list of 3 numbers, and the value of this special variable called new list is a list of 3 items of integer numbers data type. If you try to access any item from this list, you have to use the index number for any item. But if you try to use any item that is invalid, for example, new list in this case, and 3 here, the item that has the index 3 is invalid. You will not find this index number inside this list, because the first item in this list has the index 0, the second item has the index 1, the third item has the index 2, and the fourth item has the index 3. But the fourth item is not here, is not inside this list. This list has only 3 items. And if you try to run your file, you will get index error, list index out of range. The index 3 out of range for this new list here. That's it simply. But if you change this to 2, for example, and run your file again, you will get 3, the third item that has index 2. It's a very simple process. The next one is module not found error. You will get this kind of errors when a module couldn't be found. For example, if you try to use the import statement to import, for example, any, and if you try to run your program, you will get module not found error. There is no module called any in Python standard library. As you can see, module not found error, no module named any in the Python standard library. But you can use any valid module using the import statement, for example, the math module. In this case, the program will give you no error, as you can see inside the integrated terminal, and you can use the math module after that to do any mathematical operation. That's about how to get module not found error and how to deal with this kind of errors. Now the next one is the key error. The program will give you this kind of errors when a key is not found, like in dictionaries. In Python programming language, we are gonna say this dictionary is called D1, and this dictionary has only a single item, for example, called name, and its value, for example, is a string data type called Ronaldo. And in this case, if you try to print any key that is not found in the D1 dictionary, for example, print D1, and we are gonna use the square brackets to display an item from the D1 dictionary. For example, double quotes, age. You will not find anything called age, any key called age inside the D1 dictionary. Only the only key inside the D1 dictionary is called name, not age. Run your program, you will get key error age, as you can see here. But you can change this to name to get the value of name, which is Ronaldo. It's a very simple. You can do this simply. The next type of errors in Python programming language is the import error. The import error is shown when a specified function cannot be found in your program. For example, from any module from the Python standard library like platform module, import, for example, any. In this case, the program will give you import error. Run your program, you can see import error, cannot import name any from platform. Simply you cannot find any inside the platform module from the Python standard library. Now let's move on to another one. We're gonna move on to the type error. The type error in Python programming language is shown when an operation or function is applied to an object of an inappropriate type. For example, if you try to combine a number with a string data type using the plus sign, you will get type error simply. And use the print function in this case to display the output for this operation. But the output for this operation will be a type error, because you cannot use the plus sign to combine an integer number data type or a number with a string data type directly. Run your file, you will get type error, as you can see, unsupported operand types for plus, int, and str or string data type. Now comment this line and let's go ahead to talk about value error. You will get this type of errors. Called value error when a function's argument is of an inappropriate type in Python programming language. For example, you can use a print function, and if you try to use the int function, the int function is used to convert to integer number data type. If you use a string data type inside the parentheses of this function, for example any, the program in this case will give you value error. Run your program, you can see inside the integrated terminal value error, invalid literal for int with base 10 any. That's it. The last one we are going to talk about, the last type of errors we are going to talk about is name error. Name error is shown when an object couldn't be found. For example, if you try to print any variable that is not found, the program will give you name error. For example here, name. If you try to print name and name is not defined, you will get name error here. Name is not defined. You have to define this name as a variable first, and then you can use it. That's all for this lesson about errors, the most common types of errors in Python programming language. Thanks for watching.